All right. Hello, YouTube, and whoever is listening, or another episode of Am the asshole? Ma the a-hole. All right. So typically, I don't read these whole through because I kind of want to do a reaction while I'm reading it. So usually these are about relationships that I like to read. So here we go. Am I the a-hole? I, 33 female, told my mother that after my sister's wedding soon, she is no longer my mother. Well, she'll always be your mother, regardless, whether you like it or not. Whether she's in your life is a different story. Here's why. She's always been abusive when I was a kid. Took a belt to me for letting my grades slip, has always called me fat and lazy, told me that I'm going to end up being one of those gigantic people who can't get out of bed, pushed me in every sport possible, even if I didn't want to. And for an extra punishment, made me run around the house in the Midwest in winter. Took a belt to me for letting my grades slip. For letting your grades slip. I don't know. I was born or I was raised in an era where corporal punishment was not only done, it was expected. They let other people. I remember my mom um, telling my uh, elementary school principal that if they needed to spank me, to go ahead. Yep. And I was like, okay, well. And my uncles, one in particular, spanked me. Um, uh, he was a big corporal punishment type of guy with him, with his kids and us. Um, but it wasn't a beating; it was a spanking, and it didn't happen a lot. It wasn't like, oh, we go to his house, he's gonna beat the hell out of us. No, that wasn't the case, not at all. My grandfather was very big on corporal punishment also. And of course, I'm gonna feel like it's child abuse, but no blood's drawn, no broken bones. I wasn't thrown downstairs, pushed up against walls. I was spanked with a belt. Yeah, I was spanked with a belt. Uh, there were other times, though, growing up where that wasn't the case, and it wasn't anyone in my family. But yeah, but that's for a different time. So anyway, so you got spanked because your grades slipped. Okay. Has always called me fat and lazy. Well, have you always been fat and lazy? If you've always been fat and lazy, then your mom was probably right. Told me that I'm going to end up being one of those gigantic people who can't get out of bed, push me into every sport possible because they wanted you to get in shape. You can see the writing on the wall. You're probably a big old heifer right now, but you're an anonymous member, so we don't know. We can't tell. But if you're a large child, chances are pretty good you're going to be a large adult. So push me in every sport possible, even if I didn't want to. Guess what? You try every sport because you never know if you like it or not. That's what it is. If you let kids do what they want to do, they're not going to do what they want. They're not going to do anything. And for extra punishment, you mean for extra way to get that weight off of you? That's all I'm saying. Made me run around the house in the Midwest in winter. So far, I don't see anything that's very abusive. I mean, that warrants you to tell your mom that you're no longer her mom. Through my adulthood, she's told me I'm a terrible parent, a horrible pet parent. I'm useless. That my husband's going to leave me because I'm worthless, and don't keep my home immaculate like hers. I've always been mocked by my family for being different. I used to cry at the drop of a hat, threw tantrums into my 20s, and have many sensory issues. and I'm very much into cartoons. I mean, that's fine. I got grown kids that watch anime. But if you're talking about Tom and Jerry, Powder Puff Kid Girls, Powder Puff, Powder, whatever, I don't know. I don't watch it. Uh, I feel like you have problems that go way above your mother, and you're looking for someone to blame. If your whole family is mocking you for being different, then I don't know. You sounds like you got issues. So far, I can tell that you are very sensitive, that you are larger than other people, and you are not disciplined. You don't keep your house. You don't clean your house. So immaculate to you, immaculate probably. Your mom's house probably isn't immaculate. It's just picked up and tidy, and your house is a damn mess. And you're saying, oh, anyone that keeps a tidy house is keeping an immaculate house. No, that's not true. And you have many sensory issues. I don't even know what that means. What sensory issues? Like light bothers you? Noises bother you? You eat something and you probably like, oh, I can't eat vegetables because I'm very picky, but I'm also 400 pounds. So how picky can you be? Also, she used to force me to make eye contact, even though it's uncomfortable for me, saying if I didn't, I was lying. So I looked into the reason behind my different brain. I thought I was autistic, but it turns out I have another similar disorder. I have been diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD from finding my son's body, which she calls her son, and says she has more reason to have PTSD, even though I raised him alone during his entire life. Fibromyalgia, you got a list of shit that's fucking wrong with you because as a kid you were fat and you were undisciplined and didn't take care of yourself. And look at all this shit you got going on with you now. Fibromyalgia, PCOS, STPD, PTSD, ADHD. People just need excuses for reasonings as to why they're freaking lazy. We didn't have that. We didn't have that when I was growing up. We did not have this shit growing up. Maybe it's something in the food. It's probably something in the food. Our food is poisoned. Everything's processed, and we eat that for a generation or two, and you start getting this stuff. Look at now we get. Okay, I'm not going into that. That's for a different time. Anyway, she says I'm making up ailments for attention, and if I do claim to have STPD, what is that? What is that? STPD. I don't know. She doesn't say what it is. Sexual trauma post. I don't know. PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. STPD. Stupid. Stupid. Then she will not let me see my nieces or nephews. She thinks it's the same as schizophrenia, which it's not. She's been drinking heavily since I was 15 and blames it on me and my son's death. So your mom was right. Your mom was right about you being a terrible parent. Your son died. Your son died. In your care. How are you blaming that on your mom? She's been drinking heavily since I was 15, blames it on me and my son's death. But really, she started drinking when her ex-boyfriend came into her life. She forced me to keep the secrets of her cheating from my dad, and then her ex-boyfriend left. Oh, and after I lost 100 pounds, you were a big fat heifer. She and my sister sat me down for a fat intervention, telling me I need to get more exercise. I need to get more exercise. I have arthritis in my hips and just now got advice on my back to control the pain. Your parents are right. Your family's right. You lost 100 pounds and they're still sitting you down telling you that you need to lose more weight. You weigh probably 400 pounds now. Get more exercise. Eat less. Try that. Try eating less first. I bet I would look into your pantry and I would see cookies and chips and everything processed under the sun. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, everything in your freezer is microwavable and everything. There's nothing fresh in your house. There's no meat. There's no eggs. There's no nothing. Everything is fake and processed. I have arthritis in my hips and just now got a device on my back to control the pain. So drugs, more drugs, drugs to control the pain. Instead of getting stronger, losing the weight. There's got to be a point in someone's life when they say, you know what, I can't live like this anymore. I'm way too big. I don't. Anyway. She also backed my sister up when she took me out of her wedding party because I wouldn't be able to keep up. If you're 400 pounds, I'm guessing you're 400 pounds. And they need to walk down the aisle. Now that's kind of jacked up. That part is jacked up. You could be waiting there at the altar. You know, people will see. Oh, she's 400 pounds. Of course, she can't walk down the aisle. So, anyway, um, sorry. All right. She also backed my sister up when she told her because I wouldn't be able to keep up. I'm so sick of her hurting me and boundaries haven't helped. She gets drunk every night, and blows up my phone and texts about how worthless I am. I am at my breaking point. I know this post is all over the place, but this is just a few examples of how abusive she's been. My hubby and friends keep telling me cut her out of life, but I still have mixed feelings. Am I the asshole? I think you need to stop blaming your mom for your problems. Yeah, moms can be bitches, family members can be bitches and stuff like that, and do his stuff. But guess what? You can decide to change it and make yourself better, a better person. Because so far, everything that your mom said about you growing up has come to fruition. You lost 100 pounds, and they're still telling you you need to lose 100. You still need to lose weight. So let's see some of the responses. Toxic? No, dearest. You are not the asshole. Sometimes you got to go. No contact even from parents. I wouldn't even go to the wedding, but that's me. I block her number, block all social. Okay. Caroline, hearing the story, you sound like you're twisting this to your own victimization. Here we go. Hearing this story, you sound like you are twisting this to your own victimization story, and it sounds weak as F-U-K. PhD, ShmHD. You're only hearing one side of the story, lady, with your PhD. So far, everything the mom said is true. Yeah, everybody is on her side. Not everybody. They don't want to tell her. Some people would rather hear the uh, um, hear a lie and not be heard than hear the brutal truth. Anyway, that's it, guys. What do you think? Let me know. I think she needs to stop blaming her parents, her mother especially. I think she needs to start eating right. I think she needs to lose weight. Just get it manageable where you can walk and you lose weight, eat better food, stop eating sugar and all this processed BS, and all those diagnoses that you are probably self-diagnosed, I'm pretty sure disappear. I don't know.